Hello and welcome to the Daily Collection. And yes, I know it's been several days and I haven't been doing it, the Daily Collection. And the day, it's just a cool name. But know that it is not all in vain, my friends. There is much new material coming and really good stuff. Obviously, I had to take some time, go to Arizona to shoot that Hollywood's Hallowed Grounds. I hope you guys would check that out. All kinds of cool new content coming. I'll be getting back to the Daily Collection stuff, I promise you. And today's episode is very special. Buckle in. This one is a long time coming. It's time that he came home, if you know what I mean.
Hey,
Come on in.
hello, Sean.
What is happening, Kent?
How are you,
Watch
sir?
out for the puppies.
Yes.
Come on, Zoe. Come on, Zoe. That's Mika, Zoe, and JC over
Oh,
there.
wonderful, beautiful.
All right, let's go ahead and sit it down over here. Sit it right here if you like.
Absolutely.
Look at this. Look at this. Vintage mask, extremely fragile. Fragile. That's
Fragile.
I think that's
It's Italian,
yeah.
yes.
Yes. Ooh, buddy. All right. So would I need to cut this off? Or, actually, I should probably let you open it since you packed it.
We can both do it. So, very nice getting it through the airport security. Very lovely.
You just traveled all the way from.
I am from East Tennessee, so I just traveled via Chicago out to Southern California to bring this directly to you.
Just to hand this to me.
Just to hand this off, because that's
the kind of service you
That's
provide.
the service I provide, and that's how careful we should be with these gems like this.
This is a gem. This is
Is this almost a holy grail type
this
item?
is definitely a grail item for me. I mean, I had one. I don't know if I told you the story. I had one, and it was destroyed. And I sacrificed my mask for the greater good of the mask community because I had it enlarged to mold.
Oh.
And during the enlarging process, since it was such an old mask, it came apart. In retrospect, kind of wish I hadn't done that.
Right. So you've been without this mask for how long now?
Late 90s.
Late 90s.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to
Oh,
have it returned.
the return
The return
of William
of
Shatner. Look at that.
Let's be very, very careful.
Ooh. Oh man.
I'll let you do the honor there.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh ho ho. I see what you mean, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not squeezing it too much.
Right.
But wow. Look at that. Will you look at that right there? Holy crap.
Captain of the Enterprise, aka the face of Halloween.
Yeah, let's face it, nobody gives a shit about the Captain Kirk part.
No.
I do wonder though how many Star Trek fans have these in their collection and just don't really know the real value of it.
Right. I would say very few.
This is the first one I've seen since mine. Now, mind you, that was over 20 years ago,
Right.
so it could have deteriorated. But this is the first one I've seen that hasn't been foam filled. See, if you look, I mean, it's just sitting on a wig head.
Right.
Everybody foam fills them. You know, this obviously has some droopage
Sure.
here. There is a chance that could be repaired. There's a process they use with steam and stuff. Might be able to get him back into shape, pun intended. Even if they couldn't, I'm cool with this. I mean, it actually froze in a pretty cool position.
Yeah.
This is what the fans would call this the castle stretch. I mean, were you literally like holding this in your lap on the flight, or did you put it in the overhead? You know you did.
Actually, no, there was plenty of room. I measured this to make sure. And
It went under the seat?
It went perfectly under the seat. And I kept it between my feet the entire time.
Who was the gentleman that actually contacted me on your behalf?
Okay, his name is Matt Doe.
Because he actually pointed out to me those markings here on the mask that matched the hero mask, that it would have been from the same mold.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Because these little imperfections you can see wouldn't have been on every version.
That's right.
Because they would have made probably 100 molds
Sure.
maybe. Who knows? I don't know how many they made back in the day, but normally they would have like at least 20 molds of the same mask that they would pour up. But yeah, what do you got here?
Right
Let's see
here.
this. I'm gonna put him down.
Now this is 1976. This is,
Wow.
that's me in the mask.
That's you?
That's
in
me,
1976?
76.
Look at this.
Yeah, I've changed a little bit.
Physique's about the same.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's my mother with me in the shot.
And where was this purchased? You said your brother bought this?
My brother purchased that.
What was your brother's name?
My brother's name is Barton.
I'm Barton Edens from Elizabethton, Tennessee. In the mid-1970s, the church that I was a member of at the time, East River Park Christian Church, in 1976, we went to Disney World in Florida. Somewhere in Disney World, there was a collection of the Star Trek masks.
He bought that in Disney World. He was on a...
At the theme park?
yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know what it was in Disney World, but here in Anaheim, I actually bought a mask. They used to sell masks at the Magic Shop on Main Street. So I don't know where they sold masks at Disney World.
After doing some research, there was a House of Magic at Walt Disney World in Florida. It was there from the opening day of 1971 to 1995 when it closed. Here is some vintage footage from 1982. This is very likely where Kent bought the mask, as it was probably the only shop within the park that sold Halloween masks.
Maybe it was purchased
That might
there.
have been it.
Oh, that'd be cool if it was. That just kind of makes it. That just makes it like cooler. Kind of.
I was more partial to William Shatner than Leonard Nimoy. So there were Spock masks in addition to Captain Kirk. But anyway, I bought this mask for about $40, which was for somebody fresh out of high school. That was kind of a hefty investment, but it was something I wanted. So this thing has been preserved by keeping it in a closet, keeping the light away from it for well over 40 years.
When did he or you realize its real value?
I think it was when they announced the latest one.
2018
The
one?
2018, I said, Barton, you really need to consider letting that go.
Yeah.
And I think, as we were discussing, this needs to be shared,
Plus,
so
I mean,
preserved.
when did you start to realize, oh wait, this thing's starting to get a little hard and like...
About in 2018. When
yeah. Like, hey, let's go put that thing on. Wait a second.
Yeah. It might have been a few years before that.
Really?
So, but I was beginning to get concerned about it at least 2 or 3 years ago.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen pictures of the real one and how it looks today.
Oh,
It's just, it breaks my heart every time I see it.
Right.
It's like collapsing. It's like it could have been saved. It could have been preserved.
Yes.
But let me just say first off how much I appreciate you traveling all that way to bring this to its new happy home where it's going to be treated with respect
I know it will be,
and shared with the world
That's right.
as much as I'm willing to.
That's fine. Like I said, quote to the end of Raiders, it belongs in a museum. Well, this is perfect,
Yeah,
and I'm glad to know that it's going to someone it will love it more than me and my brother did and care for it.
I don't know. You guys
I'll
seem
tell
to seem to love it pretty well.
Well,
I'm impressed with how well you've kept. I mean,
Thank
I've
you.
never seen one in that good condition.
Thank you.
I haven't. I mean, as long as I've been collecting, and they're, like I said, they're either foam filled, and which when they foam fill them, they tend to make them look a little too round, I think.
Yeah.
Which I like that this isn't like that.
Yeah.
In the same house since back in the day.
Yes.
In this same house.
Same house.
Wow.
They moved into that house Halloween night, 1963.
Wow. And who lives there now?
Me. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, man.
Absolutely.
Really
A pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
This mask has been around for well over 40 years, and it's nice to see that it's still in good shape. So kind of proud to have it, and might be the best investment I ever made.